It is Tuesday, which, as you know, it's Monday's hangover. So much stuff we did not get to yesterday. It's the Chad Prather Show, Studio 22, Blaze TV. We're back. Crew over there driving us into the nether regions of all things insanity. Steve Helms in the hot seat. The Texas legend himself has made an appearance. What's up, boo?
Nothing, man. I was just in the truck with you, and you made me come in, so.
Well, I didn't want to leave you in the truck all day.
Thank you, buddy.
You're not a dog.
Yeah, thanks, man.
You're a dog.
You would have cracked the window, though.
Might have left the air on for a minute. You know what I'm looking up over here, and I can't look away from it, is a list of Taylor Swift's boyfriends. It is a big freaking list.
Where does your name come in on that?
Not yet.
Dude,
I'm on the not yet list.
It's a good roster.
Dude, that girl, you know, any other girl, you'd call her a whore.
She's got
but
a high
these people
body.
defend her to the death, dude.
The body count is pretty high. We can't deny that.
You know, Sarah
Got a lot of songs out of there, dude.
Of course, Taylor said that she has written a song about every boyfriend she's ever had. Now, Teardrops on My Guitar, which is early days. What was she, like 12 when she wrote that? Like 16 years old, something like that? That's Drew Hardwick. She said they never actually dated. But there's no telling what they did with that guitar.
I was just trying to sit here and think of all the songs I've written for boyfriends I've had.
Well,
not many.
Not a lot.
Not many.
Not a lot, because you tend to keep your boys around you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Steve's mic good. Has he got that thing close enough? When we're talking about boyfriends, and he's got that cylindrical object right there at his mouth, I want to make sure it's real close. Just real close.
Should I hold it a certain way?
Just pull that thing up real close to you.
That's what reminded him of his boyfriends.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I'm telling you. See if you can get your mouth around. Nah, anyway. You know, I have had so many people in recent months, really, and I ran into a good friend of ours, Steve. We ran into Allie. I'll give Allie a shout out. She listens to the show. Ran into her this morning over at your place.
Right.
And I was over at the gym working out, and Allie's a longtime friend. She said, you know, I put the earbuds in, and I just listen to you when I'm doing laundry or doing dishes. And I've had all these people have come up to me. Like over the weekend, I had several men who said, you know, you're my wife's thing that she does. I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, she listens to you while she's working around the house, and like every morning when I get up and I'm getting ready for work, she's in there with you. So I always want to dedicate another minute of this show and just say, hi ladies.
Hey girl.
Girl, I like the way you put that I like the way you put them wet clothes in that dryer.
Grip that vacuum cleaner.
Push it in there. Don't forget to change that filter. Pull that lint trap out and, pull that lint right off of that mesh screen. Yeah, wash that dish, girl.
You're really going to stack the dishes in that washer like that? Come on, girl.
Come on.
You're better than that.
Come on, get them spots off of that glass.
Bend over that sink.
Yeah. You're getting nasty, Steve. But a big shout out to all you ladies out there listening to the show. God bless you. Steve and I will be in Granbury Friday night, sold out. There's 4 handicap seats left. And so if you just pretend you can't read, maybe they'll sell you one.
I don't think that's the handicap they're talking about, dude.
I don't know.
I think it's more wheelchair accessible.
I don't know. I don't think they'll sell it to you, though.
It's not arithmetic or anything.
They'll sell it to you. That microphone's bugging me. I do want it closer to your mouth.
You do?
Get up there a little bit closer.
Come on, dude.
Well, you're so relaxed when you're on the show.
I'm sorry, man.
You're so chill.
I'm comfortable. Is that better?
Well, no, that's too high, Steve.
God dang, dude.
God dang is right.
Is that better?
I don't know. Can you hear him over there? Yeah.
Talk to me.
No, now he's singing. That doesn't count. I want the smooth, mellow Steve.
Do I get paid if I sing on this show?
No.
Shit.
There's no royalties.
Okay.
I'll be in Nashville. I'm headed back to Nashville next week. Are we good on that? Okay, we're taping in Nashville next week.
Nice.
Be back in Jason Whitlock's studio. Glenn Beck over here has got Archie Bunker's All in the Family set. The whole thing is set up over there.
I seen it a while ago. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you got Archie and Edith's seat over there. I just wonder how many times Carol O'Connor farted in the upholstery in that thing, you know?
Those were the days.
Those were the days.
Girls were girls and men were men.
Yeah, we're probably violating copyright laws right now.
Maybe so.
Singing it because we sound just like them.
And probably piss off a bunch of dudes that are women now.
Yeah, boys for boys. Yeah, but you know, it was all liberal propaganda. all of those sitcoms, sitcoms really for the history of television, has all been liberal propaganda.
Yes.
Even Archie Bunker.
Yes.
That was a big way of pushing, the liberal
What was
agenda.
the creator's name?
It was Norman. Norman Lear.
Yeah, Norman Lear.
Yeah. Ben Shapiro has written a very weighty tome, a very thick book about sitcoms in the 70s and 80s and how they were 60s, 70s, 80s and how they were pushing the liberal agenda. It's a thick book, quite in depth, little teeny tiny print. It's very Ben Shapiro-ish, but anyway, I recommend it. And it's very eye-opening because all this stuff you thought was stuff that you agreed with, no, it was all agenda-driven to try to push a leftist narrative, even in, Hollywood's always been Hollywood, man. I was reading a disturbing report yesterday. As a person I will not name sent me something they're working on as an investigative journalist out in California that's exposing some of these trafficking rings and some of this just underage sex parties, and it's very Epsteinish, and it's based off of a lot of Epstein. And boy, I'm reading this stuff, and it's like disturbing. I can't share it because I can't verify it.
Right.
But they're just doing this stuff, man. Talking about Hollywood, and I just read an article, and I always organize these things the way I think I want them, and then I think about something in the middle, and I was like, oh, well, I buried that way down in here. But JPMorgan has just paid like $75 million to the Virgin Islands all over Epstein, because apparently JPMorgan, there were things that they should have seen in transactions that should have led the company to know that there was something going on with Jeffrey Epstein. So $75 million, they settled a lawsuit alleging the Wall Street behemoth enabled Jeffrey Epstein's sex trafficking ring by ignoring red flags related to Epstein's accounts at the investment bank. That's a big settlement. In fact, that's actually historic. The suit was filed against the bank for profiting from human trafficking. Now, they didn't admit any fault. Of course they didn't. But they said the firm deeply regrets any association with this man and would never have continued doing business with him if it believed he was using the bank in any way to commit his heinous crimes.
Really?
Steve?
Really?
I mean, have you committed any heinous crimes, Steve?
Heinous?
Heinous. I mean, heinous. That shirt notwithstanding. I like that shirt, actually.
Thanks, man.
Who made that shirt? Is that one of your? That's not one of your dealios, is it? Steve's got sponsors. That's not one of them.
Sponsors that keep me from drinking.
Yeah, you drink anyway. But my thing is, you got to know. Like I've been telling people on stage at live shows, I'm like, the thing is, I don't need the government or the DOJ or any of those people to tell me what happened on Epstein Island. Like there's people who know, I mean, there's somebody who knows. People who work there, people who saw things. It takes more than one person to run a private island in the,
Yeah.
And somebody knows, but they can't say anything because they'll die. And they're scared. And that tells you that this thing runs a lot deeper than Epstein.
Right.
Because Epstein can't come back from the grave and kill you.
No.
People just know things, man. And as I'm reading some of that research stuff, it's like spooky. Like just this network of how they just have code words and code names. And you know what a hamster is? Have y'all heard that acronym? I'll look it up during the break. I'm going to read it to you. It's a long one, but it's like a code word for, you have hamsters at a party.
Okay.
Now you're intrigued.
A little bit.
Now you're intrigued. So you'll have to wait till the next segment for me to tell you what a hamster is.
I've had people in the medical field tell me that they...
That's a gerbil.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
a gerbil.
my bad.
Gerbils and Vaseline.
That's the same thing, isn't it?
Whole other deal.
Oh, okay.
That is a whole other deal. Where I think we're funding that in Ukraine, actually. That's just another thing to stick up your ass. Biden's campaign's secret mission for re-election. What would you think that would be like? What do you think their main goal is? Would it be messaging? Would it be the way his appearance is, his foreign policy, socioeconomic stuff? What do you think their biggest focus is as he campaigns for re-election to be president again for a second term?
What do I think that their focus is? Him not tripping and falling.
That's it. That's the one.
Is
Ding,
it?
ding, 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 ding.
Did I get it?
That's the one. They want to make sure he doesn't trip. ever since he fell back in June, he tripped over the sandbag at the Air Force Academy. He's been with a physical therapist exercising to improve his balance as far back as November of 2021. You know why? Because he's 100. He's 80. He's up there. But here's the difference. Like, if you hear Alan Dershowitz talk, Dershowitz is, 900 years old, too. Yeah. Sharp as a tack.
Yeah.
He's still old. He's physically old. You hear Donald Trump. Donald Trump's only 3 years younger than Joe. Still, sharp as a tack. Yeah. Somebody went to one of his rallies recently. Well, the one in South Dakota. I was talking to some people in South Dakota. They said they went to one of his rallies. They said by the end of the night, you could tell Trump was a little tired.
Right.
But if you look at that ABC poll that came out last week, the same number of it polled the exact same of people who don't want Trump and don't want Biden to run. People are sick of it. All of it. All of it.
But there's a difference between being old or being tired and having dementia.
Yeah.
Or
shitting your pants.
Yeah, I told you that was one time, dude.
Yeah, but was it?
We're still talking about this.
It's never just one time. It's never just one time. But he's been wearing tennis shoes more often since he stumbled in June to avoid the slipping.
Yeah, is that why you got yours on right now?
Well, y'all know me, I'm getting lazier. Don't want to put boots on. But they're terrified, they said, that he's going to have a bad fall with a nightmare scenario of it happening in the weeks before the November 2024 election. He's with the physical therapist every morning, many mornings, I should say.
Chad, how funny is it that we need to get life alert for the president?
I'm falling and I can't get up.
Do they have like a presidential version of that?
Bro.
Nothing says leader of the free world like, we got to teach him how to stand without falling over again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's so funny to me that everybody always brings up the way Trump walked down the ramp, in the rain with leather-soled shoes on. It's like, but Trump couldn't. It's like, yeah, it's different. It's different from busting your ass in, anyway, that's exciting, man. But, Biden the other day gave a speech and he told a story of why he ran for president. And then a few minutes later, he told the exact same story again. Verbatim. Yeah. So, yeah, they don't want him to run. And I said this on Sarah's show last night, that Joe doesn't realize that Joe thinks he's president.
Right.
Everybody else knows Joe's a puppet.
Right.
Everybody in the system. But Joe thinks he's the guy.
Right.
He thinks he got elected. Yeah. He believes that shit.
Right.
He didn't. He's installed. He's installed. And I don't know, man. James Polis on Sarah's show yesterday made an excellent point in defense of Kamala Harris. Said, she's already there. I mean, why have to install somebody else when she's right there? She's controllable. I made the comment. I said, you don't have to hire another moving truck. I mean, her shit's already in D.C.
Yep. Well, I've said that since day one.
It's scary,
There's going to be
bro.
some scandal. He's going to be out of there, and they're going to give her about 6 months in the office to say that she did it.
Well, they're going to have to do it quick. If Joe's going to bow out, they're going to have to do it quick, and I think it's coming.
Right.
They're going to have to. I mean, the fact that ABC and all of them and a lot of the news networks are turning on Joe the way they are, coming quick, folks. But I just don't think they can allow Kamala. Like that is a demolition right there. I mean, that's horrible. I mean, she's a moron.
You don't think Obama can't be in the closet and control her too?
No, I don't. I really don't. I don't think that's. I'm. I mean, when you think of an 80-year-old dementia patient that's getting physical therapy every morning and they're scared he's going to shit his pants. Like just yesterday, he got on. There was footage of him getting on Air Force One, using the short stairs again. Like that's bad. But when you look at Kamala Harris and go, that's worse, bro. That's.
Well, I mean, when you put it that way.
Yeah. And I mean, like, come on. Like, I would rather, like, everybody looks at Joe. Joe is in a home somewhere, and he's still better than Kamala.
Right.
No, that's bad. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. I don't know if you guys are nervous about what's going on in the world today. I just saw a video this morning in Chicago, which used to be a nice part of Chicago, too. Two dudes ran up behind a guy and just beat the hell out of him, stole his backpack, took everything from him, and, I mean, just beat him for no reason, just to take his stuff. You open up social media, you see videos like that, you get on the news, you see crime, you see societal decay. A lot of people just run out and buy a gun, right? And but then they don't know how to use it, or it sits in a safe. And if you're ever in an emergency, you're not going to be prepared, and you're going to run the risk of hurting yourself or hurting somebody else so that shouldn't get hurt. There's no way around it. You got to train with your gun. Unfortunately, it's time consuming to go to the range. You may not even be near a range. Ammo prices are through the roof. Well, that's why we keep pushing iTarget. We love iTarget. It was invented so you could practice anytime in the safety and convenience of your own home. You download iTarget, the iTarget Pro app. You load your caliber-specific laser bullet into your firearm, and you start training. You can do it alone. You can compete with friends. You can use it to safely train friends and family who are new to firearms. Go to itargetpro.com. Get 10% off at checkout when you use offer code CHAD. I spell it, Chad. It's the smartest, safest way to train, which is why competitive shooters trust dry fire training as part of their regimen. So get yours today. That's the letter I, targetpro.com. itargetpro.com. Don't forget, use offer code Chad. We'll be right back. I was driving myself crazy trying to find what the hamster thing. I'm going through all these articles. There's tons of articles about these private parties they throw.
Right.
Again, I will reveal a lot of stuff when I can get some confirmation on these things. But I got enough that I could tell you, like, these things, they have these social codes. They throw these parties, got a private guest list. I mean, it's as you would expect, a lot of code words and stuff like that. These dinner parties, weekend, summer gatherings, and they say these parties are like addictive. They're addictive. I mean, once you go to one, you want to keep going back. But it's very exclusive, and they make sure there's hamsters at the parties. Hamster stands for hooker, actor, model, stripper, trainer, entertainer, runaway.
Damn.
Yeah. Hooker, actor, model, stripper, trainer, entertainer, runaway. That's they don't just let you in the door there. They gotta, yeah.
So it could be any one of those, or the chick has to be all of them?
No, it doesn't have to be a chick. It could be, they want to make sure that's who's at the parties.
I got you.
Those are the type of people, and then they got influencers and celebrities, and yeah. Anyway, yeah, gosh, it's sordid, dude. It's disgusting what's going on in our world.
It's a sick world, dude.
I mean, and if you think, like, we funded it. I mean, Hollywood is disgusting. I mean, you know, all of it. The music industry, the film industry, all of it. We funded it. And these people, you know, they're sworn to secrecy. They got their whole secret societies out there doing their thing. I mean, it's like Ty Diggs. Wasn't it Ty Diggs that said a couple of weeks ago, like, he's like, it's demonic.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. I didn't pull this story, but I just happened to remember it. Is Mayor Eric Adams was, like, sworn into the Freemason Lodge in New York.
Yeah.
I'm sure the conspiracy theorists will have some fun with that one. Totally innocent, dude. Nothing to see here. Just a politician swearing fealty to a secret society.
Yeah, why not? Let's just go to join a secret society.
Yeah.
And I can hear you Masons out there going, oh, yeah, but, okay, stop it. I see you. Yeah. I'm not associating the Freemasons with what I just said with going on at the sex party. That's not what I'm saying. We're playing with you, okay? Relax, everybody.
But they did squirt lemon juice on the freaking Declaration of Independence.
Wow.
You know.
Steve@steve.com. That's his email. You can send your hate mail to Steve@steve.com. Miss Universe Zimbabwe sparks a debate. She's white. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but there's a few white people in Zimbabwe. I went to college with quite a few white people from Zimbabwe. There she is. Now, that is a woman, right?
That is a woman.
That's a verifiable biological woman. Okay, we just want to make sure. You never know.
She looks like a race-swapped Candace Owens.
What's that?
She looks like a race-swapped version of Candace Owens.
Okay. I haven't really looked at her that close. But, yeah, she's awfully skinny. Africans tend to be that. You know. Okay. Just let that one hang out there. But no, she's not black. Her victory received mixed reactions, unlike her race. Some felt like a black woman should have won to reflect the nation's majority black population. Well, maybe if they'd have picked a prettier, more talented black girl. I don't know. Is that how it's supposed to work? I don't know.
I don't know.
But this girl's white. But good for her. Congratulations. She had to turn off her comments on her post after she received a wave of criticism. So disappointing to see these colonizers representing an African country. I just don't think that this girl, Brooke Bruk-Jackson, was necessarily a colonizer. I can't speak for her ancestry, but can we get past it? I mean,
it's such a petty thing to be like, this is imperialism and colonization. It should only be black Africans winning these awards.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you went from we stole your land to we stole your crown.
Yeah.
For Miss Zimbabwe. Yeah.
So disappointing. Well, my ancestors rolling in they graves. That is a quote.
Somebody said
my
that.
ancestors rolling in they graves. I can't help but say that with a little bit of an accent, you know. And this is sad and disgusting. Y'all literally have to be the face of everything. It's good to be the king. I mean, white people, what are you going to do? White people. I mean, can't help but win. LMAO, the shot is still tragic, though, all those beautiful, melanted women. And you telling me the European woman won a contest for black people. See? So much to say.
Choose your words.
It wasn't a contest for black people. But I do like the phrase melanted women. Can we start using that? Is that acceptable?
That's pretty solid. I call myself unmelanated personally.
You are very unmelanated.
Yeah. My melanin levels are like an AIDS patient's white T cells. You know.
You're like your own category on Pornhub.
Yeah.
Super white.
I got British aristocracy white. Yeah. I got lineages that haven't seen the sun.
Here's one. Hey, he's still in the cave somewhere.
Yeah.
He's 2 clicks from the Pillsbury Doughboy.
A effing disgrace. Y'all should deactivate this whole effing account, was one reaction to her picture. You're basically telling the black woman in your country that this is what the standard of beauty should be. I want to watch this contest now. I want to see what this white girl did. I mean, listen, y'all have taken over every sport.
What was her talent? I want to know.
Everything but soccer in America.
I picture her juggling and doing the plates on the sticks.
Yeah. Well, I can't say what I just wanted to say right there. Why should a colonial face represent the Zimbabwean country? Does she even know how to speak any of our languages? What's that got to do with the color of your skin? I mean, the stretch there is amazing. But I still love my ancestors rolling in they graves. Where are you from, South Side?
The question I have is that you hear all the time that color shouldn't matter, but then when it matters, it matters.
I'm going to say something controversial, and I really don't give a shit because it's true. Black women, and I'd love to see how many of those comments came from black women. Black women are the most racist people on the planet. Black women, with the attitude and the whole thing. When I go to the baseball game, like we went to the baseball game last week. I was at the baseball game the week before that. The most disrespectful people at the baseball game, especially when they play the national anthem, are black women. Now, I don't know what attitude bullshit you're trying to pull out there with your whole, I can't stop long enough while I eat my chicken fingers. I mean, the attitude that's there, and it's ridiculous. I played a clip the other day. It got, 27,000 reactions on my Instagram where they set up that, the what would you do scenario.
Right.
Where they played the clip where the white girl comes into the salon and the black girl, of course, it was all a setup, but the black girl was like pushing back, like, she can't be in here. She's white, she's got the wrong hair and all that. And the dude, the black guy who was in the chair, was standing up for her. So you can't do that, Which, again, it got a great reaction but the attitude and the comments from black women are ridiculous. And I welcome the comments. You bring it back. You tell me why that is. You tell me I'm wrong. I don't care. Go to where podcasts are offered. Leave a rating and review. But it's amazing to me what comes from black women on this deal. And then, I'm guaranteed this girl got a lot of hate, man. Now, according to the CIA, the population of Zimbabwe is 99% black. So I would say that Miss Bruk-Jackson, even though she has a black last name, does not represent the face of Zimbabwe. So she's a good-looking girl, I guess. Okay, she's Zimbabwean born. She qualifies. So there you go.
It's fun to imagine if they did like a new Miss Congeniality, but just called it Miss Congeniality, and it's a white girl going to win Miss Zimbabwe. It's just sneaking in to take the crown from the locals.
I almost want to see Ashton Kutcher run out and like the whole contest was punked. Listen, it's bullshit, guys. Listen, find the humor in the whole thing. They just crowned a dude for the second time the homecoming queen in Kansas City. But you're telling me a white girl can't win the Miss Universe contest in Zimbabwe? That's hypocritical. Where are your standards?
At least she didn't have a white penis.
You don't know that.
I don't know that. I don't know.
We don't know it. She might have all kind of things going on. Anyway, we spent way too much time on this, and I stirred up controversy by calling black women the most racist people in the world. And you can't prove me wrong. You can't prove me wrong. Come on with it.
Bring your hamster.
I got. Oh boy. I got so many jokes that I can't say. Damn it.
It hurts, don't it? It hurts.
Frustrating. Frustrating. He just wanted to say something racist. I'm glad the white bitch won. There you go. That's racist and misogynist. Just because of your responses. She won. I don't know what she did to one. Did she spin plates? I don't know. But now I want to go watch the contest. Like, what made that one girl stand out? I can't figure out what made that kid in Kansas City stand out to beat the other girls his penis should stand out to you and say he shouldn't be homecoming queen.
Yeah, it stood out a little farther than the rest of them.
So many jokes. All right.
Talk about winning by a nose. You know what I'm saying?
I hate it when you're on this show, Steve. All right, guys. Liver Health Formula is a supplement that is selling like crazy. They've sold over 2 million bottles. And it's very popular, and the reason is because the American Liver Foundation says that 100 million Americans have a fatty liver. So it's not surprising many folks are searching for help. People nowadays are throwing everything at their livers, from cholesterol, alcohol, toxins, Tylenol, statins, cigarette, GMOs. That's why so many of us have a sluggish, fatty liver. Makes you gain weight, makes you feel tired all the time. Now, for your whole life, your liver's helped you by doing 500 key functions every single day, all right? Time you need to help your liver. Liver Health Formula is an all-natural supplement which contains 12 clinically proven botanicals that help recharge and protect your liver. Listeners of this show can take advantage of this special offer. Try Liver Health Formula. You'll get a free bottle of omega-3 to keep your heart healthy. So join their happy customer list by visiting getliverhelp.com/Chad and claim your free bonus gift. That is getliverhelp.com/Chad. We'll be right back. I wanted to talk about this yesterday. I don't want to talk about this because this pisses me off. This is just gross. But play clip number 1, please. This is Canada.
Zelensky's speech received at least a dozen standing ovations. There was also one for this man, a 98-year-old Ukrainian Canadian who fought for Ukrainian independence against the Russians during the Second World War.
As a Nazi. He was a member of the SS. He was a Nazi. Now, remember the parliament member in Canada, the lady who kept saying that every time the truckers and the trucker convoy, the trucker protest, every time they'd honk their horns, they might as well be sticking their hand in the air screaming Heil Hitler. Remember that? She's the same one that did the introduction for Zelensky and that guy.
Wow.
She called the truckers in the convoy Nazis and then praised and introduced an actual Nazi. Just days before Yom Kippur. So Justin Trudeau and Volodymyr Zelensky is there, and Zelensky delivered the address to Parliament there in Canada, and then they praised that 98-year-old who served with Heinrich Himmler in the Waffen-SS in World War II. They left all that out. So, I mean, you got to let them have it on something like that. I mean, just absolutely unload on them. It's just ridiculous, just gross. But, stupid. Justin Trudeau. I think Justin Trudeau is Fidel Castro's kid.
1,000%.
Dude, they look exactly alike.
Yeah, without a doubt.
I mean, somebody the other day asked me that thing, and I was like, yeah, I honestly believe that's Castro's kid. Looks just like him. I mean, it's insane. Mississippi auditor wants to cut useless degrees that are fertile ground for political radicalization. Somebody was talking to me the other day, and they said, I know who it was, and I'm not going to name names. Your wife was telling me a story about someone. It said, this person came from a very conservative background and is a very accomplished professional in her field.
Right.
And said, but I don't understand where she gets all of these progressive liberal ideas. Said, she comes from this conservative background. And I said to your wife over dinner, I said, it's because she went to college.
Yes.
She got these ideas in college. And she came out with these ideas because we've had conversations with this person.
Yes.
This person has come at me quite strongly, and I consider this person a friend, but she likes to have a little wine and debate, and her ideas are really, really bad.
Yeah, really.
Really bad. Really bad. To the point of even saying, oh, why would you save that person's life who's having a heart attack there on the street because your wife witnessed this the other day in Colorado. And they had a debate. So why would you save that person's life if you don't know if they have insurance? And this person's in the medical profession.
Yes.
It's because they went to college.
Something about an oath.
Yeah, that whole Hippocratic thing. Yeah. But Shad White is the name of the Mississippi State Auditor, suggested in a recent report that the state needs to change the way it approaches funding for its public universities. One of the suggestions he made was linking public investment to workforce needs instead of treating every degree program as the same, according to the Associated Press. So in other words, you know, these kids are going in there, they're picking a college, they're picking a major, it's the easy way through. They have their little parties and whatever, but then they're useless degrees in, quote, garbage fields. Such as anthropology. We need to do the study of man. What are you majored in? Man.
I thought we didn't know what a man or a woman was.
Exactly. I'm studying in man. There's African American studies. Useless. Gender studies. Useless. Women's studies. German literature. I need to brush up on my Dietrich Bonhoeffer. Sociology. I still remember taking sociology at the University of Georgia and just wanting to choke that professor. I mean, just wanted to choke her. Like, that was my attitude towards liberal progressivism in 1991, 1992 when I was at the University of Georgia, and they would throw this crap out there. And I was like, pardon me. Pardon me. Can we discuss what you just said? I was a pain in their ass, dude.
Right.
You can only imagine.
No, I can.
Especially being young and pompous and knowing it all like most 20-somethings do.
Yeah,
that was me. When I was 19, 20 years old, I knew it all, dude. But I definitely knew more than that sociology professor. Urban studies. Urban studies. I would love to audit just one lecture on urban studies. But he said these degrees are fertile ground for political radicalization. And I don't know that this guy comes necessarily from any political bent or side. But, I mean, this is what you're talking about forgiving student loans for. Says some high-paying degree programs were not likely to produce graduates who work in Mississippi, and this represents a missed opportunity for the state's taxpayers. Producing more of these graduates and then retaining even a small number of them would inject millions of additional dollars into Mississippi's economy. So he said, look, we've got to get rid of these degrees. They're garbage degrees, and they don't do any good, and they're taxpayer-funded, and blah, 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 whatever. So, yeah. I wholeheartedly concur with that assessment. Let's go. Here's what you get. Here's what's producing that. So here's a story. This was Gainesville, Florida, I-75. Just last week, there was a brother and a sister, 10 and 11 years old, Steve. They found them. They were 200 miles from home, driving their mother's car. Yeah.
Wow.
Industrious little kids. They left home because the little girl was angry because mom took away her electronic devices as a punishment for misbehaving.
If we can't play Mario Kart, we're taking the goddamn car.
I can't drive the video car. I'll take the whole damn vehicle. Get in the car, Bubba. We're leaving. 10 and 11.
Oh, my God.
Screw it. We're out of here. Middle finger out the window. Wow. Yeah. Mom reported the car stolen and her children missing. That's scary. They're going to grow up and they're going to take courses in urban studies. They're going to be like, I got street cred. I stole a car.
I was going to say, they already have entry-level credits. They've stolen cars before. Put him in the advanced class.
Holy shit. Oh, God. Sorry, Mom. At least I never. Hey, Mom, you may be mad at me for cussing, but I never stole the car.
Ever.
Yeah. Yeah. So, little girl was angry, man. Said you know where they were going? You know where they were headed? California. They were 200 miles from home, bro. 10 and 11.
10 and 11.
What kind of car was it? Oh, God, please tell me it was a Tesla. They were upset, man. Mom took away the games. That's why I say, you got to beat that ass. I mean, you got to beat that ass.
I'm curious, did they stop and refuel it at any point?
I know. Like, how was that going to happen?
Did they got the credit card and the PIN number?
They thought it was a car thief, so the cops drew their guns and ordered the ones inside the car to step out. Much to their surprise, deputies observed a 10-year-old male driver. I'm going to R-U-N-N-O-F-T. You good for nothing so-and-sos. I curse your mother's grave.
You boys with the bank?
I nicked a census.
Oh, that's a good boy.
I nicked a census worker last week. There's a good boy.
Oh, my God.
Oh, brother, where art thou? For those of you missing the references.
Yeah, those of you that don't know movie quotes.
Oh, boy, I'm going to R-U-N-N-O-F-T. Get in, boys. Yeah, 10-year-old, 11-year-old sister. I mean, these kids are running a little crime syndicate. I mean, somebody hire this kid. What was it whenever they were when Chunk was telling the story about, to the Fratellis in the Goonies, and he's like, and then I mixed up a bag of fake puke and I went up in the balcony of the theater and I made fake barfing noises and I poured the puke on everybody and everybody was puking on each other. And the Fratelli goes, Mom, I'm starting to like this kid. I like these kids. The only criminal charge would have been driving without a valid license. But Mom didn't press charges. Damn. I mean, you wouldn't play Mario Kart for the rest of your life. But who's going to get in trouble? It'll be Mom.
Oh, yeah. CPS will be coming to knock on their door now.
Yeah. Oh, my God. All right. Hey, listen, since the early days of Blaze TV, we've been fortunate to work with the team over at Relief Factor. They brought an unknown anti-inflammatory to the marketplace that they tested in their own hometown of Seattle. It showed remarkable ability to reduce pain for many different types of chronic ailments. Listen, I love Relief Factor. It's an all-natural alternative to pain medications that I trust to keep me pain-free. Inflammation is not only the chief cause of pain, but it's also a factor in many other diseases. And I think that Relief Factor will help you like it helps me because it always works to keep your inflammation markers in check. Now, there's hundreds of thousands of people who order Relief Factor every month. 70% reorder it because it works for them. I think it'll work for you as well. You can get a trial pack, $19.95. Okay, just get that trial pack. See if it'll work for you to reduce your pain. Go to relieffactor.com to order. Call them, 800-4RELIEF, 800-4RELIEF, or relieffactor.com to feel the difference. We'll be right back. You know, the other day, Miguel Cordona, who is Biden's Secretary of Department of Education, you know, he's the one who said that he was criticizing the parents who are misbehaving and acting like they know what's right for their kids, and everybody pushed back. It's like, damn right I know what's right for my kids. After hearing that story about the kids stealing a car, maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Let's do those birthing biopods and just let the state own them. I don't know, man. Wow. I love that story, though. I'm glad the kids are okay. I mean, let's be honest. They'll probably grow up and run for a beauty pageant in Zimbabwe or something just to keep sticking it to the man. I don't know why that Zimbabwe story's got me so tickled, dude. But I mean, like, millions of black people in Zimbabwe pissed off because one white girl won it. Like, that is kind of unjust. I got to believe there was at least one other black girl in the beauty contest that looked better than that one white girl right there. I mean, I want to see the judges. Like, I'm curious to see the judges. Were they all black? Like, that's a good question. Were they all black? I mean, I don't think they had a panel of white judges that were just out to say, you know what, we're about to upend Zimbabwe's beauty industry. Right. We're about to mess with the beauty pageant industry here in Zimbabwe. I want to know if in Zimbabwe, do they dress their kids up like little whores and trot them out there too, like we do here in America? Like, I hate the whole industry, dude. I think it's disgusting. The whole thing. You're grooming hamsters. And that, my friends, is how you bring it full circle.
There you go.
Right there. That's like
hey, but at least the little 10-year-old whore can drive a car.
Yeah. Well, apparently, no. That bitch, she had her brother driving. She had a chauffeur. I'm telling you, she's a little Bonnie and Clyde. Them kids were going on a murder spree to California.
God dang it.
Yeah. We don't know how we're paying for gas. Hey, George, your folded money's come unstoved.
I reached into the glove box. Another liquor store went down.
Wow, the road goes on forever and the party never ends, man.
Oh, my God.
Jeez, dude.
Please tell me they had some Steve Helms band on the radio while they were driving down the highway.
Riding my thumb to Mexico.
Please tell me they did.
What were those kids listening to? They had the Barney Show tunes. They had a little playlist there of, you know, I'm the map.
Well, I figure he's weaving in and out of traffic, so there was probably the Mario Kart theme music going, oomba, 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 oomba. You know, he's dodging shit.
I still see Short Round, you know, with those little things tied to the bottom of his shoes going, Dr. Jones, get in the car, Dr. Jones. Boy, God. I tell you what, they're making white people different in Zimbabwe these days. I can tell you that. Whew. So many jokes, dude. So many jokes. People would hate me.
Just suppress. They already do. Just suppress it. Just suppress it.
I mean, it's like you got to figure were the lights off or something. She was the only one they could see. Oh, I'm lightheaded. Not white-headed. Lightheaded. Oh, my gosh.
But honestly, I'm with you on that. There had to be a panel of judges.
There's a panel of judges. I mean, how does that? I want to know the reasoning there.
Yeah.
Because, come on, let's face it. Anytime that kind of stuff happens, politics plays into who gets chosen, who gets picked. Oh, I mean, they trot out the Miss America pageant, Miss Universe, Miss USA. All those girls are beautiful. I don't care what color your skin is. We can joke about it. All those girls are beautiful.
Right.
How do you pick? The one that sang God Bless America the best? The one that did her baton?
Dude, I'm telling you, it's the fucking plate spinners. That shit's hard to do.
When we go off, I'm going to tell you the joke that's in my head. Y'all are going to go, thank you for not saying that out loud, okay? And it's a joke about white people, all right? So shut up. Steve, I hate your guts, dude. I look at you and I want to punch that face. You know what? This show's way better when Sarah Gonzalez is here. I'm just saying, Come on, dude. Oh, my God. Parents don't have a clue what they're doing with their kids anymore. I don't think parents care. Just let them have the car. Let them leave. Going to California. Those kids were in for a shock when they got to California.
Mom's like, screw it. There's only a quarter of a tank of gas. You ain't going nowhere.
Got 200 miles from home. But,
Chad, they're probably going to California because that's where kids can be free.
Yeah, kids can be free. They're going out there to get sex changes, I tell you.
That's the land of freedom for them. They're like, we're almost made it. We're so close to having our own rights.
We made it to Gainesville. We didn't even get to fully into the panhandle, man. Oh, boy. Hang tight. We're not done. Be right back. All right. Granbury, Friday night. And then Texarkana.
Texarkana. That's Texas and Arkansas combined.
That's the meaning of the word, I think. I don't know what side we're on.
I'm not sure.
Saturday night, but they're shutting down 2 city blocks, and we're doing a concert there.
Damn it. Are they really?
Yeah. It's going to be food trucks.
Nice.
We don't play till 9:45 p.m., so anybody watching or listening to this show, we know y'all won't be there.
Yeah.
We don't do late shows like that. Then next week we're doing a private event in Abilene, and then we're somewhere. Oh, McKinney. We're in McKinney, right here, Dallas area.
Hanks and McKinney.
Yeah, right by George, where George lives. George right over there. They kind of sprung that on us last minute, but we'll be back over at Hanks. That's the 7th of October. And then the week after that, I'm heading over to Birmingham, Alabama, one night only in Hoover at the Stardome. So watchchad.com for all the fun stuff is. If you want to check out Steve's stuff, you can follow the Steve Helms Band on Instagrams. He'll tell you every day, don't be an asshole.
Don't be an asshole.
Coming from the biggest
asshole. If you're going to steal the car,
know.
then you wash it and you fill it up before you bring it back. Don't be an asshole.
Coming from the biggest asshole I know. Where's dinner tonight, Steve?
I don't know.
Yeah.
We only go to 3 different places.
That's narrowed down to 2, really.
Yeah, it really is.
It pretty much 1.
Yeah.
Pretty much the same place. Steve Helms, man, we got a ton of stuff coming up, and I want to encourage you guys. I'm gonna have a great conversation with my buddy Nino Rodriguez from El Paso, Texas, and he's always very insightful. Excited to spend a little time with him. And then tomorrow night, I think we got Sean Spicer coming on. Sean Spicer is going to be on with us, former White House press secretary. So looking forward to getting a little chat with him. We'll get some of his insight as well. You guys stay out of trouble. Steve Helms, God bless you. Love you guys, and we will talk to you tomorrow. God bless you, and get it done. Bye.